Namaste. Welcome to Wisal Career Guide. Today we're going to talk about data science as a career option. Now, when we talk about data science, when it started, when companies started hiring people for this role, it was more of an analyst role. But now this role is expanding with newer technologies, and when the role came into existence, it was mostly in the finance department that companies hired people as analysts. But that scene is changing today. If you were to search the internet, you will find everybody predicting how the number of roles, the number of jobs for data analyst is going to increase in the coming years. And the reason for that is that finally we've understood and we have the tools, we've developed the tools to be able to gather the data and analyze it. I remember back in 2004 and 5, the need for data was there even then. But how to get it, how to, make sense out of huge data was something that the companies were struggling, the professionals were struggling. In came SQL, and all of a sudden you could run a query in which you could make sense or get data of lakhs into a format which made sense, which you could read, which you could understand, which you could analyze. Data has always been there, it's just that we didn't know how to use it, how to monitor it, or how to even capture it. Data science as a system, I want to call it a system because that is what it is becoming slowly industry wide. Earlier, only companies dealing in huge customer bases like your telecom companies were the ones who were more focused on it. But now, data scientists are required for even HR department to understand the productivity, the amount employee spends in a day doing what is also being analyzed, and those reports are being shared by the IT department or the analyst with the managers to say that okay, this particular employee is spending so much time working, so much time doing this or that in meetings. So they can make better decisions in terms of how to utilize human resource. So saying that only the finance department needs roles like this is wrong. But when it comes to making a career in data science, there are a lot of queries, a lot of doubts that we have as parents. Now, understanding what data science is also difficult because institute that is offering a course in data science is talking about how good their institute is and what you need to be a part of their course. But in general, talking about data science is just not there. So first of all, understand who can make a career in data science. Anybody who has a analytical mind. You don't need to know coding. You don't need to be, beyond excellent when it comes to your mathematical skills. What you really need is to be able to understand what is it that your department or your team requires in terms of understanding the data, how it needs to be presented. Because the advancement has reached a level where you can just type in plain simple English. You don't need coding. That's correct. What all the institutes are saying, that you don't need a coding background for it, is actually correct. It is as simple as working on an Excel sheet. You type in two numbers in two different columns and press auto sum and you get the answer. That is how much advanced the softwares are today. When SQL started being used, it used to take 3 to 4 days to process a few lakhs of data. Now that is not the case. That happens much faster. Not even half the time is required for that kind of a calculation or digging out of the data that is required by the companies. But if you're thinking of joining any course in data analytics, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind. One, you need to be good at having a analytical brain. One. Two, whichever institute you decide to join, find out what are they actually teaching. If you're a fresher joining the course, understand if they will get you placements after your course, because any good institute will have the placement opportunities as well. If they're not providing placements, what are the kind of recommendations they are giving? What are the kind of industry tie-ups do they have? If you're already working professional and thinking of doing a data analytics course, find out the kind of case studies they give you, find out the capstone project that they have, what kind of project it is, how much of it is actually industry based, and how much of it is just theoretical or hypothetical that you need to present. If you still want to find out more, one of the social media platforms that you can utilize for this is LinkedIn. You can go on to LinkedIn, look for people who've done courses from those institute, take their opinion, find out how they are doing, how much it has helped. In today's date, people, the professionals on LinkedIn have no issues connecting and answering a few questions for you. So use that leverage. Social media, the amount of spread it has globally is something which is going to help you understand which institute, which course is actually going to benefit you. But before you approach a professional, first do the analysis yourself, because you're planning a data analysis course. So you need to do a little bit of analysis yourself. Understand the institute, shortlist a few, and then find out from the people who've done the course, how are they benefiting it from it? Was the course good? Were the teachers who are teaching are actually good? The institute might be amazing, the course structure could be awesome, but if the teachers who are teaching it are not good, your learning will get hampered. So data analysis as a segment is growing and is going to grow, because in today's date, every company, no matter how big, no matter how small, needs them to analyze data, and that data is need to be analyzed at every level, be it marketing, be it finance, be it sales, be it human resource. All departments need different kind of analysis. So if you're passionate about marketing and have a analytical brain, please go ahead and do a data analysis course. If you're already pursuing your MBA in marketing or finance, I would suggest take up a online course for data analysis, because that is gonna be the future. You cannot, escape from it, because that's how we're gonna talk. Earlier, marketing was involved only in creating a story, spreading awareness about the brand. But now that awareness needs to be backed by data. Now, a marketer is supposed to answer the question, if you're planning this kind of a campaign, why are you planning? What is the evidence for the need for this kind of a campaign? And that they get from their analysis, from the person who is doing the analysis for them. So if you're planning anything in data science, I would again recommend you to first go online, search for the courses, search for the institutes, shortlist a few, take feedback from people who've already done the course about the faculty, the course structure, the examinations, and the industry take on it. How valued will that course certification is in the eyes of the recruiters? Because otherwise your work, your effort will require further effort from you to be able to sell yourself as a data analyst. Always remember, any kind of learning that you do is never going to go waste. It's just that some institutes or some courses help you reach your goals faster and some will take time. You need to very carefully analyze and understand what kind of course, what kind of faculty, what kind of institute are you going to go with. I hope there was some learning for you in this. If you have any queries regarding data science, do write to us in the comments below and we'll get back to you. Do like, share, and subscribe the channel as well. Thank you.